Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Assembly Line. Today is September 12th, 2025, and we got a packed show for you. We'll talk Tiger-Yankee series. We are recording this before Thursday's game, and then so we'll recap the first two games and everything that goes along with that, and then we'll jump into Michigan versus Central, and then Michigan State versus Youngstown State. Then we got the Lions, Bears, and then we'll finish it off with our picks for football this weekend. But like I said, we'll start with the Tigers. Very happily surprised that we are 2-0 at the time of recording against the Yankees in this series. Took the
Feels good.
Yes. Took the first game on Tuesday, 12-2. First inning, gave up a home run to Judge. Like, all right, just one, it's fine. Then the fourth inning, gave a one up to Bellinger. I'm like, we just can't compete with these guys. And then the return of Parker Meadows. Parker Meadows might be back. He tied the game with a 2-run shot in the fifth, and then the seventh inning onslaught of 9 straight batters to reach the base, 8 scoring 9 in the inning. All 9 people scored in the inning. Just a crazy inning. Finished it out with 1 in the 8th and 1-12-2. And then we get to Wednesday's game. Scoreless. Flaherty's throwing a gem. Up and down. Like it was a. I mean, he ended up giving up no runs, only 2 hits, but he had. It didn't feel as good as I'm looking at the stat line. Either way, got 2 in the 5th. 1 in the 7th. I'm like, okay, 3-run lead. Like, we can manage this. We just got to, Judge can't be up with, 2 guys on. And then 5th inning, we scored 5. 9th, we had 3 more. Win, 11-1. Easy money. So far, they've hit well. They've been really patient. I mean, some of this is the Yankees pitching. Both games, they just couldn't hit a strike or throw a strike for a little bit. But the boys looked buzzing, and today, 9/11, as we're recording this, big game for the city of New York. The Tigers are playing in front of a sitting president for the first time since 1970, Richard Nixon. Been 35 years. Only the 3rd time ever, according to the Google AI I saw. So that's pretty cool. We'll get to the Tigers just briefly.
Oh, right.
I think it's a shame. Shame might be a strong word, but I think it's a little bit of a shame that the Yankees and Mets don't play 9/11 every year. I think that's something that they should do. They play a series back and forth. I know it's the 24th. I mean, next year they have to play. I mean, the 25th anniversary, like every big anniversary at least they should play. But I mean, it's who it impacts. I think that's who should play. But that's a different time. But
yeah.
Ben, we'll start with you.
Not a horrible take. Horrible take.
Ben, we'll start with you. What jumped out to you in Tuesday, Wednesday game against the Yankees?
I mean, you said it almost right off the bat. Parker Meadows, September Meadows came to play. He went 5 for 8, 4 ribbies, 1 home run. I thought he played very well. Good at bats. And then one thing that you didn't allude to in the little recap that you did, that's our first regular season series win against the Yankees in 14 years.
Yeah.
Since 2011. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that was definitely something that
4-2
should be noted,
them.
but
right now as it stands.
Yep. So.
Yep.
Which is just wild because I can't believe I know we probably tied some series if we had some 4-gamers in there, but that is just not. In 14 years, it's the first time we won a regular season series against the Yankees.
It's the whole series. It's all 6 games.
Oh,
yeah, because we already we went
even a season series.
Yeah, it's the whole season because we beat them 2-1 previously this year, and then we're up 2-0. So we're up.
Okay.
That doesn't. I don't know. but we already played them once and we won that, or maybe we split, or if it was 4 games or whatever. But yeah, it's the full
Even if we
season.
lose this, yeah.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
Yep.
but at the same time,
Okay.
that's still kind of wild. I mean, it is the Yankees, but because we had some good teams in there. But then again, you think about the Athletics and like the Angels, who we just can't beat. So it's like, some teams just have your number. Even this team is
Mhm.
typically better than those teams, but whatever. But yeah, Parker
Yeah,
Meadows might be back. I mean, I know I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know he had at least a couple walks as well, or at least one
I mean,
walk,
I
I
feel like
should
the whole
say.
team had walks, especially
Yeah, he had one
Tuesday
walk.
night. But anyways,
Yeah.
Ben, continue.
No, I thought shooting back to game one, it was just a really good game. 2-2, and for an inning and a half, and you get into the seventh, and you get some guys on base. You're like, okay, and then walks kept coming, hits kept coming. Parker Meadows with a triple, right? Was that Meadows
No,
with the
that was
triple? No, Kerry
Carey.
Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter
Yeah,
hits a
Kerry.
Which
triple.
that was the coolest play I've ever, or the coolest celebration I ever seen. When actually it might have been a double with an error. Was that or was that yesterday's
Nope,
game?
it's
But
it's a triple.
okay, so it was yesterday's game. Someone had that, but Cora points at the ball and then Carey, after he gets there, he starts pointing like at Cora, just like because he loves to point at the ball. So I thought that was funny. But yeah,
No, I thought so too. There is a stat that I heard. I think it was before the game yesterday. Well, I guess Wednesday. The Yankees bullpen in August gave up, I think, 5. Like their ERA was around in the 5s, where ours was in the 2s. It was just kind of. I mean, after watching Monday's game, it kind of makes sense. And not Monday's game,
Tuesday.
Tuesday's game and Wednesday's game, both, because they gave up a lot of runs in their bullpen. Yesterday alone was 9,
Yeah.
and then game one was, I don't even know.
Yeah. Speaking of the pitching, though, like Casey Mize went 6 innings in the first game. Only got 4 hits. 2 of them were home runs. But if you're only giving up 2 solo shots, it's not like, it's not the end of the world. If you're gonna give up a home run, gotta be a solo shot. He had 8 Ks, so that's pretty good. And then Paddock came in. He looked good out of the bullpen. Pitched 3 innings, got a save because there's like a new 3 inning save rule in the MLB. But
That's
he had,
not new.
and he had 4 strikeouts. So he looked good too.
Yep.
Kyle, what do
I
you?
don't think he allowed a base runner.
Yeah, Kyle, do you have any thoughts on the 2 games?
Yeah. Casey Mize has to be our number 2 in the postseason. Like Flaherty's, I don't know. Flaherty threw what, like five innings yesterday,
He
and
threw
threw 99
five
pitches,
innings, 2
57
hits.
of them were strikes, so it's like just over. We'll say like 60% strikes.
Yeah,
I don't like that, especially in like a playoff, because then you're flirting with either behind in counts or they're even counts, and I don't like that. And I think that's just a typical Flaherty outing, in terms of like for a number 2 behind Scoob. The bats are on fire. Oh, was it? That was like the first time ever the Yankees have lost 2 games in a row,
by 10 or
or 2
more.
games in a series by 10 or more,
Yeah, I
ever.
think it's the 3rd time ever. It's the first time it's happened at either Yankee stadiums.
Okay, well, not, yeah, I guess at home, like had a home.
Oh,
So, which is wild. Like the bats are alive. They're playing good ball. Riley Green smashed one.
yep.
Um,
Yeah, Riley Green, Carey hit a lefty on lefty home run, and then Colt Keith also had a home run. So he had 3 home runs. That was just
In order,
yesterday. Parker had one the
in order
first
to do
game.
that,
all I
your
can
pitching
say
has to
is
be on too.
don't let the Tigers
That's
get hot.
good.
Don't let the Tigers get hot.
Yeah, I mean
It
this
also
is
is nice to see another team have a bullpen day, couple games, like
yeah,
Detroit's in July, like
yep.
Detroit's were in July. So
for sure.
Yeah, keep it up, boys. Stay hot.
So the one I'm not necessarily I think Mize will be the number 2 going into the postseason. I think he should be. The only thing I'll push back a little bit on Flaherty is I think that's going to be his job, is to just get through the order twice, pitch 5 innings, and just be done. Like, just don't like.
I'm good with
Because
that.
if
But
even if it's 100 pitches, as long as you give up less than like 2 runs in those 5 innings, okay. I mean, he only gave up 2 hits. He only had 1 walk. To his credit, 60% strikes. You would think he's given up at least a run or something, or having more walks. But he had 7 Ks. So he was all over the place. But he also, was also making smart pitches. There's times where he was, 3-2, and he'd end up getting the guy. I think the guy that he walked, it was 3-2 for 4 pitches. He threw 4 strikes, and the guy just fouled him off, and he ended up walking him. So, if we can get that out of him every game, I think that's a strong 1, 2, 3. Is it the best? Probably not. People are going to need help elsewhere from the bullpen and hitting. But I don't think a month ago I was worried. I'm less worried now. But yeah, everybody that did get up. Sorry, what?
If only they can get Matt Vierling back and play well. I think they'll
Hey, if Parker's got to be the guy that's. I mean,
Parker can be the guy.
I know we talked about Matt Vierling, but if you needed Parker or Matt Vierling to kind of step up, we didn't really need both of them. I mean, obviously we want both of them. Wenzel Perez has been hitting great. Ibanez, he's hit or miss, but you have Carey, Riley, Perez, Javi, those guys are gonna be playing. Then now you throw in Parker Meadows. If he's hitting well, you don't really need Matt Vierling. That's just another guy off the bench, but he's probably not gonna be starting. Jahmai Jones has been hitting well. But everybody that took an at bat got a hit yesterday or on Wednesday. Torque and Dingler both had 3 hits. Parker had 2. So boys are hitting. I mean, this is the right time to get hot. Just got to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so Parker came up. What was it? Friday or Saturday, something like that. I think it was Friday because I think it was Friday, Saturday. I think he came up for that series. He hasn't struck out since he's came back. Knock on wood, but I heard someone else say it, so I can say it's get out of here.
Fair game.
Either way, so if he's patient and hitting the ball, I mean that's a huge uplifting guy for the Tigers that can kind of keep this rolling. But right as it stands, at the time of recording, the Blue Jays have played and they beat the Astros. So we do have the same record. If we end up winning today, we will be a half game up for the 1 seed. If we end up losing today, we'll be a half game down. Just keep flip-flopping. Right now, again, at the time of the recording, it's an 8-game magic number. I mean, the Tigers don't get that, they don't deserve it. I'm looking at the schedule. We go Yankees, then we play the Marlins for a 3-game series. Then it's the Guardians. It's there's a potential, depending on what the Guardians do, that we can have it wrapped up even by the time we play them. So, I guess that would mean we have to win 4 and they have to lose 4. So maybe it's very unlikely, but by the end of the Guardian series, I'm thinking we'll have it wrapped up. But we'll see. So yeah, looking good there. I was looking at a bracket of the playoffs, and it was the Yankees and Red Sox would play each other, and
Winner
then
plays the Blue Jays.
Well, it depends because if Houston, it's Houston and Seattle.
Does it?
Yes,
You get
it's highest
reseeded?
seed. So it's almost I don't know. It's all going to depend on that, on what seed I'd rather have. To be honest, I don't know. But then again, I feel I don't know. It's baseball. I guess the team that we've done the worst against has been the Mariners. So maybe that's the team I don't want to play. But yeah, I don't know. Boys are rolling. Got to keep it going. Hopefully we continue with the good updates throughout the for the next podcast. Play a night game tonight, and then tomorrow we play. Normally you get the early game to the night game, but because of 9/11, they get the night game. So,
It's weird that it's not on national TV.
Yeah, then we got Miami. Oh, it was weekend Miami series. So
yep.
hopefully the boys don't go out partying too much when they're down there and stay away from the thoughts.
Yep. I think a lot. Well, you never know with people these days, but I think a lot of them have wives and girlfriends. So
Wags, yeah.
yeah. So
I know.
But any more Tigers thoughts before we jump into the football world?
I want to see Torque get in on some of the action tonight.
Torque's actually been pretty good, I think.
No, I know, but in terms of like dinger wise, I want to see him hit a dinger.
But he had a huge at bat in the first game. I think he was down 0-2, and I think he ended up getting a walk, or he ended up getting a hit. But it was like he battled and battled and battled and then got a hit. But I'm almost positive he walked. He has 4 walks against the Yankees this year in 5 games. But
I'm just saying, I want to see the Torque bomb. That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree.
For a Torque bomb tonight, or at least before we record next.
Yeah, but all right. Well, we'll jump on to the football. We got the Michigan Wolverines as a 27.5-point favorite against Central Michigan. Noon game, Kyle, you know what station? Probably
No.
Fox.
No,
Honestly,
Fox
don't
is.
know.
Yeah, you're right.
It could be FS1.
It's Big Ten Network.
Yeah, I'd say it sounds like a Big Ten Network game.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts going in? Anything you like to see?
Well, it is the start of the Biff Poggi era as a 2-game head coach for U of M because Sherrone Moore's serving his 2-game suspension this year, starting with CMU, and then next week against Nebraska. So we'll see how that goes. Biff is just a football guy, I guess you could say, just a rugged old big dude that, from what in the years past, he was been in the locker room and everything around Michigan football. This was before he went to coach at Charlotte, and I guess he's a big rah motivator guy. But anyways, yeah.
He's
So
a
hopefully,
self-made millionaire.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't know that till this week.
Hedge fund guy.
Hedge fund guy.
But yeah. Anyways, so interested to see how they come out and look. Without Sherrone Moore there. I'm not sure. I don't think there'll be that much of a drop off, to be honest with you.
Do you know if is he in the building right now or is he out of the building?
He's been there.
So he just can't coach.
He's on
the
the
game
staff.
today.
I'm pretty sure.
No. I'm talking about Sherrone Moore.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be there. He did a press conference earlier this week and everything.
I wasn't sure if this is in the NFL the suspension is like you can't be The NFL, you get suspended.
Who knows?
You can't be
for
there.
coaches, who knows what it's like.
If he did a press conference at the facility, he has to be okay to be there.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's the same thing that Harbaugh went through, where you just can't coach on the game.
Yeah,
you can't be on the facility for the game day.
Yeah. But
we're used to it. we know the protocol at this point. But what I'm looking for, this game is kind of similar to the New Mexico game. You're playing a weak conference opponent, control the offensive line, defensive line, own the trenches, get pressure on the quarterback, make good decisions with the football, and stay injury free. Last week we had Zeke Berry go down with a lower leg injury. El Hadi went down with a lower leg injury. Klein didn't play because of a lower leg injury. Rod Moore was questionable, suited up, didn't play because of a lower leg injury. Sounds like he's going to be playing. Klein, I guess, was trending towards playing, but at the same time, I'm like, don't re-aggravate that freaking injury, that ankle injury, before going and playing Nebraska on the road. Like, you're way more important to us for that game than you are this game. Um, Same thing with Al Hadi. Like, I don't think like it's when like him being listed as like questionable or doubtful is like amazing because he got rolled up on from behind. I thought for sure he'd be done for the rest of the year. Um, so it sounds like that's promising. So same thing with Zeke Berry. So, just stay injury free, dominate the trenches, take care of the football, just play Michigan football and, come away with a win. I don't I don't know much about Central Michigan other than they're probably like our oh, they're I would consider, especially with how things went in the past couple year like 2 years ago with Central Michigan, I would say they're kind of like your like you're a senior, they're like your freshman friend, right? That likes to tell you intel and stuff. Um, yeah, anyways, but I don't know. I don't know much about them, but I don't expect Michigan to I expect them to play a lot better than they did against New Mexico. It's their first day game, so that's cool. Finally, don't have to wait till 7 o'clock to watch them play. Um, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's always
I
nice.
really want to see the offensive line like clean up a lot of like their communication and making sure people don't cross face and give some protection because that's the one thing that wasn't there last week. Just give Underwood some protection. So like, was it really a shitty offensive line game that they had? Yes, against Oklahoma. Um, can a lot of it be cleaned up? Hopefully. It's not like a talent thing, and it's not something that to struggle against like even like a Central Michigan caliber team. Like if we struggle against the best of the best when it comes to defenses, fine. I can let that slide. I can be okay with that. But if they struggle and like they're not good against teams that are, considered lesser,
Yeah.
than them,
Yep.
because that's supposed to be Michigan's bread and butter is the offensive line. And the last couple years, that has not been their bread and butter at all. They've been very lackluster the last couple years with that.
Yep.
Although they did have, those years before they were good. But anyways, that'll
So
be my take, I
so
guess.
obviously you're expecting them to win. I think we can say that
Yeah.
for all three of us for both games. Like, do you
Mhm.
have a like instead of like like I think they're gonna win by 425 or whatever. Do you have like a point like I would love if they score this many
I would
points?
love them to score 40.
Okay, but like I'm saying, like where's that line? Like I was like I really want them to hit this.
I want them to hit 35.
Okay, I would say yeah. I would say it's 30.
30.
I would say
Yeah.
31 for me.
No, well,
I'm
it's a
expecting
touchdown a
them to get to
quarter.
31.
I would like 35, more than a
Yeah,
touchdown a quarter.
yeah. Okay, Ben, what do you
I mean,
I've
thoughts?
got
moving the ball,
Yeah. Well, I
get
mean,
back to
Justice
basics.
Haynes is good for at least a 50-yard touchdown, so you can pencil that one in.
Yeah.
Or I'll downgrade to 40, but he's still good for a long touchdown. But Ben, what do you?
mhm. I've got some notes. So I think that Biff Poggi in Michigan should let Bryce Underwood just rip the ball. Central's given up over 300 yards passing in each of their first two games.
Yeah, but
So
this is
this
Michigan.
is, huh?
This will be the teller if this is new Michigan or old Michigan.
I'm just saying, like this
No,
is
I
the
know.
defense you
I
need to throw against
I
and
push
learn.
back.
I'm just saying that's what they should do. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm saying they should.
I push back a little bit. Like you don't want him to. You don't want to show your whole hand on how he can throw.
Well, not your whole hand, but
They should have thrown more last game, and then this game they should have dialed it back.
maybe,
But,
yeah.
yeah, but going in now,
Or
like they
maybe
did last
push
week.
the boundary in terms of
Yeah.
like reads and stuff that he does. Don't like
Yeah.
go away from your whole game plan, but maybe
No,
like
but I'm
push
saying
it a little
throw it.
bit.
Yeah.
Throw the ball.
First and 10
Let
at
him
the
throw.
first and 10 at the 50 after
We'll
a
see where we're
turnover
at
or
after the
something.
first half. In
Yeah,
the third
let 'em-
quarter, if you're up 28-0 after the first half, then yeah, do it. But you want to
Yeah,
make sure you
obviously,
win the game first of all.
Take
Yeah.
some shots, or I think you take some like you get a turnover or you get like a punt at the 50 or something. Take a shot first play. Like let them like that.
Yeah.
I agree with that in
Yep.
terms of like Aaron. Like
And
just take
more
a
shot
shot. Let
plays,
them
whatever.
do
More
something.
downfield passing. I
Yeah.
think Ben, maybe you mean more downfield passing instead of like the screens.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
probably what he means.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What else you got?
Maybe not no more attempts, but just more downfield passing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
all right.
I also
I can agree with that.
I expect there to be a lot of CMU grads in the stands. Just the question is if they're going to be wearing a Michigan shirt and a Central hat, or a Central shirt and a Michigan hat.
All right.
But no,
Good one.
I totally
They'll be firing up.
I totally expect Michigan to just dog walk this team. It's not a very good team. And they should.
Their coach is kind of decent though. People like their coach after the first week.
Is it McElwain?
No, he got fired or he retired.
I forget who it is, but people do like him. But yeah,
Is he the shark guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Ben? Or
Nope. That's
all right.
That's all I got.
We'll move on to Michigan State then. I'll let you go first. Last time, Ben, I'll go. So Youngstown State, they've played 2 FCS schools, so they haven't played a FBS school, but they put up 56 last week. They have a decent offense. Their quarterback has rushed for 409 yards through 2 games, so he's a big dual threat. I think you got to force him into throwing, make him throw the ball. Our secondary,
second, third and long. That's what you need.
Yeah, what I was gonna say our secondary isn't good, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. It's just our front 7 can't really get pressure, so it doesn't help the defensive backs. But they're gonna score points. Like they're probably gonna put up a touchdown or 2, but it's not. I mean, they had like even a good offense, even if they're not. We're not Michigan where we're gonna like we have these defensive like NFL caliber defensive players. Like they're like even bad teams will still like probably put up a touchdown or 2 against us if they're like a competent. Like Western really wasn't that competent of an offense. I think they might have a little bit more, especially with like the dual threat and everything. So
I would say schematically Western was more pro style.
Yeah. Where Michigan
Boston
State is
College, not much.
Yeah, Michigan State has always struggled against non-pro style offenses. So I would like at least an interception out of our secondary. We've had one, and that was at the end of the first half against Western. So just starting to cause a couple more turnovers would be nice. We need pressure on the quarterback. You got to do it against teams like Youngstown State. Offensively, I want them to find the running game again. Pound the rock, take it out of Child's hands, run, and then go deep. Hit those deep plays to Marsh and to Kelly. That's what I'm looking forward to. Keep your clean sheet of no interceptions, Childs. Make the right reads, make the right throws, throw it out if you need to. He's been doing that very well so far this year. Keep that going.
Both our quarterbacks have 0 picks.
Theirs, I don't know. I was talking about Childs.
No, I meant.
I have no idea.
I don't. If Bryce hasn't thrown an interception, then yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he has.
Oh, anyways, I thought you meant. Right. I thought you meant Youngstown. Like I don't know.
No.
I prefer no sacks. This is a team you shouldn't give up a sack against. Just FCS school. So obviously things can happen, but I'm talking like. Completely he's just in the pocket and he just collapsed around or something like that. Yeah. And then my last one was like, we got it. Is it? I forget his first name. McCray.
Krishan.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say, Christian, but Krishan McCray. He hasn't really got a lot of love. We got a lot of love preseason from various outlets and everything, and get him the ball a little bit. He came here, get him the ball. I expect Marsh to score again, but I just really want them to find the running game. Could be like Western where we don't pass for a lot, but just find the running game, run the clock down, get out of there with a win. Less, hopefully no injuries. Kyle, you said you want someone to play, or no, you don't want someone to play to like risk injury for Michigan. I'm kind of the opposite with Martinez. He keeps being close to getting back to playing, but it's like you also don't like we have USC next week. Like that's a big game. You also don't want him going into that game without any like game day experience this year. Like you kind of want to get him in the flow a little bit. So I kind of actually would like him to at least play a little bit if healthy. If not, obviously you want to sit him, but hopefully we can get out of this game with a win. I'm expecting the offense to put up at least 28 points. Defense should hold them to 14 or less, and go from there, right? And I didn't give a spread out earlier because there's no spread for FCS games until Friday night, Saturday morning. So we'll see. What are your thoughts, Ben?
So I think right now the expected spread is like 20. That's what I saw.
I didn't think it was going to be high, but I thought it was going to be like 21, 24.
Yeah. But no, this Youngstown team for an FCS team is good. They're ranked 25 in the FCS coaches poll, which granted, it's
FCS, yeah.
take it with a grain of salt, but in the FCS world, they're a fair team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head with their quarterback. Although you call them a dual threat, I think he's more of a running
He's more of a
quarterback.
runner.
He only has 236 yards through the air
Yeah.
on 37 passes this year, and 1 touchdown. Their red zone offense has been very good. They're 10 for 10 with 9 touchdowns, which I think is pretty good. They only
Who's?
Youngstown,
Wow.
yeah. They only have given
Lions need to hire that OC.
up right. They've only given up 51 rushing yards per game. So that's I would definitely like to see Michigan State get in the 90s, even over 100. That'd be good because you're going up against a good front seven against the run. But with that, their defensive or their pass defense isn't very good. So like you said, Marsh touchdown, even a Kelly touchdown,
Yep.
or their receiving overs wouldn't be a bad take. But yeah, they don't turn the ball over. They don't have any turnovers through their first 2 games, and they're +5 margin, which is tied for third in the FCS. But yeah, I expect Michigan State to win. Yeah.
The way you guys are talking, I'm going to put Michigan State on an upset alert for the Penguins. To the Penguins.
Right. I don't think it's going to be a super easy
Ben
game.
keeps up bringing like FCS. I don't think it's going to be like super easy, but Ben's like they're first in being first in the FCS don't mean shit, especially when they've played 2 FCS teams. And if they played, an FBS team and they're still 5-0 or something like that, then it's like okay, maybe this team's for real. But
yeah, just got to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Score points.
I'll be interested to see what the physicality compares. Like, do they come out? Are they physical?
Right.
Whether it be like size and also, I guess like tenacity wise too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they match up the state in that regards? And if they do, then it might be like that, the other quarterback shootout that we had like last week. Or that you had like last week.
I don't even know
with
if it would
Boston
be a
College.
shootout.
Well, I just mean a battle, back and forth. But
hold on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Jim Tressel is the lieutenant governor of Ohio?
I feel like I did.
He was confirmed on Wednesday, which is like vice governor. It's the second.
Yeah.
He was confirmed Wednesday. So as we're recording this yesterday, as Ohio's next lieutenant governor. Wow. That was that's an ESPN article when I clicked on Youngstown State. That didn't make the news, but
Jim Tressel.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page where we think both of our teams should win handily. But we want to look good doing it. We want to.
What's considered handily?
It's not necessarily even a score. It's just like you have to. Even if we win by 14, but it's like, man,
Dominant.
14 might not. I don't know, but it's like if your offense looks okay and your defense isn't giving up like scores, and it's like they both sides of the ball look good. Like that's what I mean. Like, because we could be up 21 with our second strings in, and then they could hit a touchdown at the end and make it a 14-point game. But like we still look good. That's what.
Yeah.
But anything else from either of you for either game? If not, we'll move on to the Lions. The bread and butter. All right, we'll move on to the Detroit Lions. Big game. We recorded before the game. Monday Night Football, the Bears lost to the Vikings. People keep saying that the Bears didn't look good. I didn't think they looked that bad compared to what
I didn't think they did either. I also didn't watch the second half.
I mean, so a lot of the things with Caleb that people were talking about Caleb was that like he was missing wide open throws. Like he wouldn't throw it to him. Like there was wide open guys that he just didn't throw to. He did miss open throws as well.
He was missing reads, right?
Yep. But like they had a lot of penalties. They had like 4 false starts at home. Like that's tough. Like you can't be doing that. They had a couple questionable defensive calls go against them, which I was happy to see. But I don't know. I'm not like a huge X's and O's. Like I just see what I see. I never played organized football, so like I don't maybe see some of the stuff other people do that watch film all the time. But I didn't think they looked that bad. But right now, I believe the Lions are like a 6-point favorite.
Yep.
Or something
6.
around that. Yeah. 6-point favorite. So it's a game we should win. But
See, like,
hold on. I'll let Ben. Let's let Ben. Ben didn't get to start off one, so we'll let Ben start off the Detroit Lion talk. So what do we got going into the game?
Almost like last week, I'm scared about the running quarterback. Caleb Williams had 58 yards on Monday night, one of them for a touchdown. But I think if we can get I feel like most of it was on a scramble. So if we can get a good pass rush, I think that'll force him to make bad decisions.
I don't think he ever ran on a QB designed run.
There might have been one or two.
A couple of them were on like 3rd and longs, and he just scrambled 10 yards and one ran out of bounds. But
yeah.
Anyways,
but passing wise, if we can get a good pass rush on him, I think he'll make him frazzled and into making bad decisions or bad throws. But if we give him time, I think he could eat this defense up, mostly because of their receiving core with Roman Dunze, DJ Moore. They still have Cole Kmet.
Yeah, they got Cole Kmet and Loveland.
And Colson Loveland. Like they just have good pass catchers. And I think that could be because your DBs can only cover for so long. That's why you need a good pass rush.
Yep.
But yeah, on the other side.
Well, let's stick with offense.
I don't think.
What are you talking? Let's stick with our defense, their offense right now.
I didn't think our defense played that poorly against the Packers. I think on Tuesday I kind of had a little bit of an overreaction. Granted, we were almost right out of the game when we recorded it, but we only allowed 188 yards passing and 78 yards rushing against a good running back.
And 65 came on those two plays that they scored on.
Right.
Which it's a part of the game, but you can't really take plays away, but if you take those away, they only had 123 passing the rest of the game. That's pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I had for that.
Kyle, what do you got? Us on
A lot of
defense,
that,
them
though,
on
too, with
offense.
like Detroit had a lot of long drives, so they didn't.
Yeah.
The defense wasn't
And
on the
ate up a
field.
lot of time.
The defense wasn't on the field like that long, so like some of those numbers are going to be a little skewed due to like the time of possession. But they still did well when they were out there for the most part, other than like the first two
The
drives. And then
Lions, I mean, they kind of played like that in the years past, though.
I know,
mean,
I know.
if they weren't hitting big
It's also the
plays,
NFL, so
yeah,
like
it's
they're gonna
a lot less
the offense is
stats.
gonna get theirs, and so like
Yeah.
you know, um, where the
Hold on.
talent
To that
discrepancy isn't.
to that time of possession against the Packers, it was 35-25 to 24-35. So we had the ball for 10 extra minutes and only scored 13 points.
Yeah. So you mentioned pass rush. I'm gonna say stay in your lanes. Not necessarily
Yeah.
you got to pass rush, but you also have to stay in your lane because Caleb will get away and
Yep.
scramble. And if
Keep
he's
contained.
scrambling out, and and then you got the off script route running and everything going on, that's where our man to man like defense usually falters. The key then would just be like, and Caleb's pretty good at throwing on the run and like
Yeah.
making
Hit a dime on
doing
that
that.
first drive.
He threw a dot,
Yeah.
on that first drive on the sideline. So that scares me a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not worried about him going haywire against
Yeah.
us and just going like just complete God mode against us, knock on wood. The way LaFleur can scheme up the pass game, like it's always been they've always had like some good plays against us in the past, with the Packers. But we'll see what Ben Johnson can try and cook up against this defense. Like he knows this defense. We'll see
We know his
what Kelvin
offense.
Shepard. Like I do believe in like Kelvin Shepard is fired up and everything, and I think just got to make Caleb Williams a little bit uncomfortable and be ready and reactive to when he does step out of the pocket. We're right there to corral him.
Yeah. The only thing we don't have on our side that the Vikings did is they have like they have a Hall of Fame type defensive coordinator like that, and Brian Flores that can dial up things. Like we don't really have that, they really put the pressure on in the second half. So my notes though were it's simple. You have to win up front. We need Hutch to show up. I'm not saying that he didn't show up, but like yes, like get on the get pressures, do something like. And I'm not saying he's to blame for last week because I know like he does get he was getting tackled, he gets double teamed, like all that. But and it was his first game back from injury. But like those kind of players we need, like even Garrett gets to the quarterback, Parsons gets to the quarterback. Like we just need him to get to the quarterback a couple times, cause havoc like he did last year. And I think our linebackers need to do a little bit better in coverage and just in general. Like they're going to be the key because the key to keep of running quarterback contained it's your line staying in their lanes, but it's also the linebackers being able to come up and and make a tackle in open field. So I think that'll be huge. To kind of switch over to the other side of the ball, Terrion Arnold was full practice, so he should be good to go. Jack Campbell missed Wednesday. He was back Thursday. I don't know if it was limited practice or full practice, but he should be good to go. Switching over to the other side of the ball, Decker has not practiced as of or even on Thursday, but the team seems confident that he's going to play. For the Bears, we have Jalen Johnson, pretty good corner or safety. I think he's a corner, but corner or safety. He was a full participant in practice, so he's probably going to play. TJ Edwards, their starting linebacker, who Sewell took over for in the game one, he was limited, so we'll see about him. But then their other starting quarterback that was like a last-second addition to injury report last week on Monday. He still has he hasn't practiced yet as of, I think that's still as of Wednesday or as of Thursday. So I don't root for injuries or anything like that, but if he's already injured, I hope he does. Like I prefer their starting quarterback doesn't play. So, but offensively, Kyle, what do you got?
Get back to basics. Set, like understand your assignments and block those guys and just be a unit. Like
Yeah.
on the up front. That's a big reason that I don't know if you want to credit Green Bay, but I think a lot of it too was not being on the same page as an offensive line as what the play call was and everything like that. So hopefully this week there's a lot of getting back to the basics with everything there. I'm not like that's what's gonna get our wheels turning. That's all.
Yep.
Like once if that's turning and burning, like the Bears have a decent defense. It's not as good as the Packers, in my opinion. So
I think
should
it'll
be
be
able
like an
to.
average
If you move
defense.
the ball, so like we're not like we'll be able to move the ball. Just connect. Just
Yep.
get the ball in the end zone. Get the
Yeah.
ball in the end zone.
I mean,
Convert your red zone appearances. That's going to be a big thing. We got the crowd. Home game finally. Like I think. I think they'll hit on some deep shots. I think this game too.
yeah. I mean, that was the two things that we talked about were keys going into the last game and keys why we lost the game last week as well was our offensive line. How are they going to do? Defensive line, how are they going to do? Both sucked game one. We already talked about the defensive line staying in the lanes, getting pressure. Offensive line, they have to, like you said, have to play together. I think the big thing is they have to give our boys some running lanes. I mean, we have the best duo in running backs in the whole NFL. Like we have to give them a chance to hit the hole, and we have to get them to hit it and run. Because I believe and I have confidence in Goff and the receivers. It's just about it's easier to pass when you have a good run game, and then obviously a good run game probably comes with blocking better and pass protection. So that's what it's going to come down to the offensive line. I think. I do think that they're going to look better. I think that the Lions as a team are going to be pretty fired up about this game. Not only is Ben Johnson coming back. I mean, Amon-Ra. I don't think it was really a shot at Ben Johnson, but he said like we're going to boo him, and I think it was like it's not that I don't like you because I think he does I think he likes Ben Johnson,
Yeah.
but it was more of like you're opposing guy.
Oh, dude, they all
we
like
don't care.
him and
Like,
respect him. It's just, yeah.
well, there is some talk that
for the-
him and Goff might not have gotten along as well as it might have appeared to be. But anyways, they're gonna be fired about that.
I haven't heard
the
that.
the whole team, I think is hurt. They've gotten questions about the panic meter and how bad they looked, and fans getting upset with them and everything. So I feel like they're going to play for that. You have Dan Campbell, rah guy, like he's the guy you want to play for in this spot. So I think they're going to bring the juice in.
I don't think they'll get out physical this game like they did last game.
Before we get to our predictions for the game, Ben, what do you got?
I mean, you guys pretty much said it all.
Yeah.
It really comes down to O-line. That's where it starts. That's where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Question for you guys. Do you think our home fans boo the offense?
No, not to start. If they don't score in the first,
not to start, but I'm just saying, like at all during the game, does our offense get booed?
A serious boo? I don't think so. I think if they don't like go for it on fourth down or something, they might get a boo if like we're down 7 or something.
Yeah.
But
if it's
like you send out the punt
unless
team.
Unless it's the second half, we only have 10 points.
Right.
Or we don't even have a touchdown yet. Then they might, if the play calling is run pass or run for another yard pass, screen pass or something, you might get it. But I don't think you'll get that play call in this game.
I have confidence that our offense is actually going to get it figured out a little bit. So I'm going to just definitively say no. I think they're going to play much better than they. I mean, they still move the ball, and our offensive line looked like that. Like that's saying at least a little bit of something, So
Yeah. The over/under is sitting at 46.5. Do any of you guys have this for the picks? If so, I won't get into it.
I don't know.
I was just gonna say I kind of like the under, just as a throw.
You could just phrase that and say like, I think this will be a defensive slugfest, like instead of bringing up. But I don't know. If I was this good if I had a strong feeling and I was this good at gambling.
Oh, I do have this one
better,
on my thing.
Anyways, what else you got, Ben? Anything else?
What the hell? One of them went.
Not really, but I did hear. So Dan Campbell in his press conference, he said, "Quote: We are going to win this game. We have to win this game." End quote. And that was my final bullet point. Was that this is a must-win game?
Okay, well, give us your. Okay, you said it's going to go under. Are we gonna live up to Dan Campbell's words? Are we gonna win this game?
I think so. I think this has like the feelings of a
last year, just
like a somehow
Vikings end of the season game,
like a 19-13 type of game, a 19-4, like just a weird score game, low scoring, but grind it out. You get the win, get one on the board, and then away we go.
Yeah. Kyle, what do you got?
Lions win a close one.
Yep. I'm kind of in the same boat. I think the Lions will win. I don't know. The line started the line on Sunday was 4.5.
I don't think they cover. I think they win by like 4.
Yeah, I don't think they do either. The line was on Sunday was 4.5, and it's moved to 6 since the Monday Night Football game. I feel like a lot of people are. I go back. I don't know why everybody's counting out the Bears, but
a lot of people are overreacting. I think.
Yeah, I do think they win. They have to.
Lions,
they have to get this win. If they don't get this win, I mean,
both teams.
Yeah, but the Bears didn't.
Almost like a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, but the Bears don't have we expect to be in the playoffs. Like expect to compete for the division. The Bears can say the Bears aren't there yet. Like they're still a year or two away from their roster is not as talented as ours. Like they're like obviously every year you go into it thinking like okay we have a chance, but like realistically, can the Bears make the playoffs? Yes, but that's not like their goal. Or their expectations aren't like it's a failure if they don't make the playoffs. Ours, it's a failure if we don't. This means a lot more to us. They have to win the game. Like you said, Kyle, I think they win. I don't think they cover. And it'd be a shame if we're wrong. It'd be a real shame if they just completely blew them out and they covered by like three times the spread. It'd be a real shame.
I would hate not having my prediction be right in that case.
If we win this game, then we have a 40. Statistically, we have like a 40-some% chance of making the playoffs. Being a 1-1 team. If we start 0-2, that number drops down to like 12%.
You got to. So I was listening to something today. You can't really talk about that because there's teams that start 0-2 that are absolute trash that were never going to make the playoffs to begin with. You got to look at the teams that start 0-2 that actually have expectations to make the playoffs. Like if the
Bengals last year were 1. They started 0-4.
But like
still started 0-2.
If the Panthers go 0-2, like they probably went 0-2 last year, like they're not making the playoffs anyways. Like there's we got to dig a little deeper into that context, I think. But I mean, you're right with the stat, but I just think there's more to it than just 0-2, yeah.
On the flip side, the Saints started 2-0 last year.
You're right. See?
Did they make the playoffs?
No, they completely missed. What pick did they get?
They got
a top 5 pick.
Yeah, who'd they pick?
Wait, no, did they?
No, I don't. Or did they not even have their first round pick?
I don't know. I don't really care. Either way. You guys ready to get in some picks?
Let's do it. We had a good week last week.
Very good week.
Hopefully, y'all didn't tail us or didn't fade us last week like we
Yeah.
alluded to.
Although that Steelers Jets game was
A kick in the nuts.
close to going the other way for us.
Yeah. Rodgers didn't look too bad
No, we didn't.
for a 40 oldest guy in the NFL.
All right,
Right.
So last week's picks were a lot better than the other weeks collectively. So college football, we all had Iowa State, and we all had Illinois. They both won. Ben, you had UNLV, which won over UCLA, which Kyle and I had. So you went 3-0 in those.
Sure.
Then for our gambling picks, Kyle had Kansas, Missouri over. That hit. He had Arizona State minus the spread. That lost. I
That
had
hit early.
I had Ole Miss. They lost because they called the damn timeout. They were up 10 and they called the timeout with 12 seconds left as Kentucky decided to kick a field goal instead of going for it like they were going to.
Which Lane Kiffin apologized for.
Yep. And then West Virginia lost, which I had and Ben had, but Ben had UNLV again. So he was 1-1, Kyle was 1-1, and I was 0-2. So I think our records for that and just the straight up pick 'em, Kyle and I are 4-6, Ben 6-4, and the gambling picks, Kyle and Ryan are 2-4, Ben's 3-3. And then the NFL picks, we all had the Steelers, all had the 49ers, both won. Kyle and Ryan had the Bills, which won. Ben had the Ravens, which obviously lost. For gambling, Kyle went 1-1. He had Arizona, which won. The Bengals minus 5.5, which lost. Ryan went 1-1 as well. Colts, easy W. Bears, thought we had it in the bag, didn't. And then Ben went 2-0. Buccaneers and Jags both won and covered. So
the Ravens were a fourth quarter away from letting me go undefeated in week one.
Yep. For the pick'em, Kyle and Ryan are 3-0. Ben's 2-1. And the NFL picks, it's gambling picks, Kyle and Ryan are 1-1. Ben's 2-0. So week 3, we got college football. We got Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Kyle, you start us off. Clemson, Georgia Tech. Actually, hold on.
I hated this one.
Let me pull up the spread quick. Well, I guess you can.
It's like 2.5 or something.
Yeah.
I think it's 4.5 now.
No, not Clemson. It's 3. Clemson minus 3. Clemson at Georgia Tech, noon.
Give me Georgia Tech.
All
Give me
right.
the fighting Kelvin Johnsons. I like their quarterback.
So a lot are saying that
he's gonna get his ass beat this game, but that dude's a
Haynes
dog.
King,
He's gonna be there.
I forgot he was there.
He's gonna toughen it out. I think Georgia Tech wins. Close one.
So my thinking was, Clemson looked like shit. They were down 16-0 against Troy. They just lost to LSU. There's a chance that they're just not good. I don't know. We don't know what to make of them.
I'm not
I
falling for that.
I think people are down on them. I'm going Clemson.
I think they're good. I just like Georgia Tech in this game.
Ben, what do you got?
I also have Clemson. I just think that they're good. Like they're too good, and they know that they need to win this game in order to have a better chance at winning the ACC.
Yep.
So I think I'm going with the Tigers.
What about Georgia, Tennessee? Georgia at Tennessee, 3:30. Georgia's minus 4.
I was going back and forth on this one. First, I wrote down Tennessee. Then I wrote down Georgia. And that was it. I'm going Georgia.
Kyle, what do you got?
What time's this game at?
3:30.
3:30.
CBS, I believe.
Who's getting the ball first?
You're supposed to have these picks ready to go.
I know. No, these I like doing without.
Yeah, see, we can't be doing this because now there's just dead air for 5
I
minutes.
like. Yeah, give me Tennessee. Give me balls.
I also went Tennessee. I feel more confident with the points, but yeah, Georgia hasn't looked great. Unproven quarterback. Defense is good. Offense might not be. Our last game we got Duke and Tulane, and you'll be like, what? What? There's not that many great games on. Remember, we try to do 4 and under.
They're really.
Yeah. This is a 1.5 point spread. Duke's plus 1.5 at Tulane. 8 o'clock. I think it's a Duke get right game. I know Tulane's good, but I think Duke. I think people are a little down on Duke after the Illinois game. Maybe they're not good, but maybe Illinois is also just that good. So I'm just going Duke.
Yeah, I'm going Duke as well. I think Tulane is good, but
Yeah.
I think Manny Diaz coach team gets this done.
Kyle.
Not so fast, my friend. Green wave.
All right. I don't mind it. It should be a good game.
Oh, it's 1.5
That's- I
point
mean-
spread last I saw.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, we have Minnesota Cal, but that's at 10:30. It's gonna be hard to watch that game, so I didn't want to pick that one. But yeah, not
I tell you
a
what,
lot of.
sure ain't watching that one.
Well, okay, we're not gonna count this, but what about Vandy, South Carolina? Diego Pavia versus Lenoris Sellers or whatever.
Where's it at?
It's at South Carolina. They do have a common opponent already, and Vanderbilt won by more than South Carolina.
Who was that? Vatek?
Yep. And South Carolina played them neutral. Vanderbilt played them away. So I think that's also a good game to watch. I think South
Yeah,
Carolina
that'll
does
be
it,
a
though.
fun one.
And the Florida game.
Oh,
Yeah, Florida,
that's a
South
huge
Florida.
spread. Or no.
No, it's
from
Miami,
Miami.
South Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Florida
right.
is playing.
All right.
Why am I blanking?
They're not playing I don't think it's a big game. No, they're playing LSU, 7-point spread.
Yes.
So moving on to our gambling picks. I'm double dipping like Ben. Hopefully it works out for me. I'm going Clemson minus 2.5. Or was it still 2.5 or did it move to 3? I think it was 3. So I got to take them at minus 3. Ben, what do you got? First pick.
First pick. I'm going with. Stick with me here. The Wyoming Utah under 46.5.
Wow.
You're dumb. You're taking Utah under 46.5? Utah
Yeah.
might score that themselves.
Wyoming
Yeah.
is not a good. They're not a good offense. I just don't think Utah
We'll see.
throws up that much.
Sorry, I don't mean you're dumb. I just meant like.
I mean, Kyle,
It's also
there's
minus
a-
1.5, so or minus 105.
There's also a reason that that's the line.
know.
So,
I know.
Kyle, what's
That's
your
fair.
first pick?
I'm also gonna take an under.
Ooh,
I don't think that there will be more than 7 touchdowns in this game. I'm taking under 50.5 points. Georgia, Tennessee.
50.5.
I think it's more of a 24-21, 24-17 game.
All right, Ben, you kick
Better
us
hope
off
so.
for the next one.
It was 49.5 when I looked at it earlier today. Now
Look at that.
50.
You got an extra point. Ben, second pick.
For this one, I'm going with Arizona plus 1.5 versus Kansas State.
Yeah, they look bad. Kansas State looks bad.
K-State. Yeah,
Yes.
what's up with that?
And I like Fafita at quarterback, so
Yep.
great for Arizona.
My pick. So I wanted to pick Tennessee plus 4. It was 4.5 when I looked, and I was like, I can't pick 2 games that we already did the picks for. So I pivoted. I mean, I could, but I'm going back to the well. I did this last week. They lost, but I don't think Arkansas is good. I'm going Ole Miss minus 6.5, which hopefully it's still at. It is, so that's what I got. They're at home, so hopefully they can get that out. Lane Kiffin also knows the spread, so hopefully he wins it for us. Kyle, last pick.
Good point.
That's fair. This one, I am surprised. I don't know. Like, this team has been just kicking the shit out of everybody this year, and they're still playing the lesser opponent. It's a 27.5 point spread right now. Oregon minus
I
27.5 against Northwestern.
I almost went with them. I was like, oh my god, dude,
Same.
they're gonna win again.
Like, I think, like, I'm just like I'm
Andrew
gonna
got
ride like until it's like a 40-point spread. Like,
Yep.
against these lesser opponents
I
that
mean,
Oregon's been playing, like
who North?
their offense is just cooking. They've been looking really good against even like Oklahoma State. They won 69-3 against. So I know Oklahoma State's anything special, but Northwestern, I don't think they're.
They also made it personal. Oklahoma State did. So
Yeah,
I
they
think they were
did.
looking to run the score up a little bit.
But I
on
mean,
them.
Northwestern lost.
How did they make it personal?
They Mike Gundy and Dan Lanning got in like an NIL. Mike Gundy said something about Oregon paying players. They have an unlimited fund or something like that. And then Dan Lanning's like, okay, cool. Everybody pays to win now. What are you gonna like? What do you want me to do about it?
Oh,
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
he's also. I mean, Colorado also kind of did something similar, and they put their foot on the throat of Colorado. So Dan Lanning might be, he might be out for revenge and teams that talk to him. But I mean, Northwestern
I don't
lost.
see Oregon scoring less than 49
Yeah,
points. And I don't
I
know
mean,
if,
Northwestern lost 23-3 to Tulane, which Tulane is good. Like they have a shot at possibly getting in the playoff.
yeah, but is their
But
offense going to be able to score
no,
more
yeah, that's
than
what I'm saying. Like
2 touchdowns?
even if Tulane does get in
They
the
could, but
playoffs, it's because it's not because they're ranked in the top 25 or the top 12. It's because they won their conference. But
yeah.
all right, moving on to the NFL. We got Patriots versus Dolphins, 1:00. The spread is Dolphins minus 1.5. It's basically a pick 'em.
I can't believe they're favored.
Me
I
neither.
can't believe they're favored.
The more I'm thinking about it, I think it's a get right game for the Dolphins, but I believe a little bit in the Patriots, so I gotta pick the Patriots. Kyle, what were you
Patriots will
gonna say?
be without their D coordinator. He
Did
had
he
to
get
step
suspended
away.
too?
No, he had to step away. According to Vrabel.
Oh yeah, something to do with his family, I think, or something.
But
Braves is a defensive
like,
game.
that Dolphins defense is just so bad.
I mean, Danny Dimes put up 33 against them.
I know. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Ben?
That would be a clean sweep. Patriots for me as well.
All right, we'll kick us off. Eagles Chiefs.
I'm on Philly for this game.
This one is a 1.5 point spread. Eagles, 425 Fox. Ben's going with the Eagles.
Yeah, it should be a good game.
What do you got?
Chiefs. First home game. Taylor Swift in attendance.
Is that a spite pick or is that what you believe? I know you don't like the Eagles.
It.
I'm going the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think. I think
it's not a spite.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Eagles win. I think the Chiefs can do it.
I think it might be the time the Chiefs might be on the decline. Like, I mean, you picked them not to make the playoffs.
I think they are too, but I think they'll get this one.
Yeah.
Eagles are bound to have a loss here soon.
It's a good thing that you
haven't lost in a while.
It's a good thing that you picked the Chiefs there because I got a feeling this will be a clean sweep, but we'll see. Since I kind of gave it away, I'll start. I think it's the Bucs. The Texans do not look good. Bucs didn't look great either, but I'm going with the team that I think's better, and I think that's the Bucs. Kyle, what do you got? This is Monday Night Football at 7:00. There's a doubleheader. This is the first game. 7:00. Bucs are actually plus 2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I like the Texans in this game on Monday night. If this was a 1:00 game, I think I would go with the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
but I like the Texans Monday Night Football. I think their defense shows up. I still will probably bet Michael Evans anytime TD. But I like the Texans and winning this game.
Ben, what do you got?
Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man.
Well
All
done.
right. All right, moving on to our gambling picks. Kyle, we'll let you start off. What do you got?
I'm going to go with a team that covered last week. Well, is it covered? Is that the right terminology?
Yep.
The team that they played didn't beat them by. Anyways, Cleveland Browns plus 11.5 against the Ravens.
I don't hate that. That's a lot of points
Flacco,
it's a lot of points in an
Flacco,
NFL game.
Flacco back in Baltimore. He actually looked pretty decent, but again, I guess it was the Bengals. But
Yeah.
yeah, Cleveland plus 11.5.
Um,
Boom feeling.
okay, so I kind of hate this pick a little bit because I'm kind of thinking that the Indianapolis Colts could be for real. If Danny Dimes has it figured out just a little bit, they could be for
Yeah,
real.
Danny Dimes had an offensive line with the
Yep.
Colts last week, but is
But
that on the offensive line or is it the shitty
yeah,
ass defense for the Dolphins? Like it's
true.
hard to tell at this point.
That being said, the Broncos have a great defense, and
Hmm.
they're only 1.5 point favorites. It's like a pick 'em. Just win. I think if they win the game, they cover. So I'm going the Broncos minus 1.5. Ben,
Um, I might get a little freaky here.
Freaky Friday.
Titans 5.5 versus the Rams, plus 5.5 versus the Rams.
all right, I don't hate it. They look good, or they look decent. Rams are good though, but again,
Where's this
it's
game being played at?
Tennessee, 1 o'clock.
I don't mind it then. All right.
I mean, it's the NFL. There's so many backdoor covers in the NFL. Like they could easily be
No, I
down by
know.
10 with 3 seconds left, and they'll score a touchdown or some shit,
Yeah.
or 12 or something. I don't know. But Ben, what's your second pick?
So my pick was going to be the Broncos minus 1.5, but I'm going to pivot.
Okay,
I
do what
like
you
the
want.
Cowboys minus 4.5 against the Giants.
Interesting. First home game. My second pick, I guess I'm going to be like you guys. I'm going to take a dog. It's probably a square pick because I don't know why they're a dog. Oh, wait. Because the Bengals just did not look good, in my opinion. When I looked an hour ago, it was 3.5, but I'm going the Jags plus 3. I'm a big believer in the Jags this year, so I got to ride my guys. Last one, Kyle, you're up.
Lions Bears over
Ooh,
46.5.
interesting. Going right
Yep.
against
I think
Ben's
it's
pick.
gonna.
Unofficial pick.
Unofficial pick, you're right.
Yeah, I think like a 28-24 game gets it done. That's my 4 point. Yeah. So
All right, well, there's the picks. We'll see what happens. I guess I can read them off. Kyle's got Georgia Tech, Tennessee, Tulane as the pick'ems. I have okay, Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Kyle's got Georgia Tech. Ryan and Ben have Clemson. Georgia, Tennessee. Kyle and Ryan have Tennessee. Ben has Georgia. Duke, Tulane. Kyle has Tulane. Ryan has and Ben have Duke. Gambling picks. Kyle's got Georgia, Tennessee under 50.5 and Oregon minus 27.5. Ryan's got Clemson minus 3 and Ole Miss minus 6.5. Ben has Utah, Wyoming under 46.5 and Arizona plus 1.5. And then for the NFL pick'em, Patriots, Dolphins, we all have the Patriots. Eagles, Chiefs. Kyle has Chiefs. Ryan, Ben have Eagles. Bucks, Texans. Kyle has Texans. Ryan and Ben have the Buccaneers. Gambling picks. Kyle's got Browns plus 11.5. Lions, Bears over 46.5. Ryan's got Broncos minus 1.5. Jags plus 3. Ben's got the Titans plus 5.5, and the Cowboys minus 4.5. So there they are. It was a little bit of a down weekend last weekend with Tigers not doing well, Michigan losing, the Lions getting the shit kicked out of them. Michigan State did win, but overall it wasn't a great weekend for everybody. So hopefully this weekend's much better. What do you got?
I have one thing I forgot to talk about the Tigers on. It's something that you brought up earlier today. The Tigers, when there is a runner on third with 2 outs, they have the best OPS in the MLB.
Yep.
Whether there's a first and second bases loaded, whatever. If there's a runner on third, 2 outs, Tigers have the best OPS in the MLB, which is wild to think about because I feel like we stranded. It's just like watching some of the games, it's like, man, don't we strand a lot of runners on base?
It is with 2 outs.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't we strand a lot? But other teams are doing the same thing. So I know if you pay attention to like Tigers Twitter and like everything, you're probably think that they're worse than Frank the Tank's Mets sometimes because of the way people react.
Yeah.
If there's just a runner on third base with 2 outs,
fifth, right?
We're tied for 5th with OPS, which, I'm
bad.
impressed. They're having a great year. I love it. Keep it rolling. Don't let them get hot as we head into October.
Yep. Got to keep it rolling. Get the Lions back on track. So hopefully this next Tuesday show will be a much happier podcast. But go Lions. I won't say
hopefully Monday or Tuesday's podcast is happier than last week Tuesdays.
We can all say go one of our teams. I'll start. Go Lions.
Go Green.
Go Tigers.
Wow, you didn't put Michigan in there? It's crazy. That's why.
That's given.
Well, that's not given. You didn't say it. All right. Catch you guys.
You also basically just said go LSU.
True.
I just like saying it like that. I don't really care.
It is fun.
We'll see you Tuesday. Hopefully after Lions
win.
Until then, we'll see you down the line.
Peace.
Do it.